Hey friends, welcome to Crop or Flop. We are back. We're ready to start planting some brassicas. We've got new beds. We got some new fencing. And we have some things coming back from last year. Strawberries, rhubarb, a little bit of asparagus too. So today we're going to be putting some seeds in the ground, and I thought I'd bring you along. Okay, so first we're going to start with peas, and these need to be about an inch deep. So I will be putting up a trellis. Don't need it for a little while, and so we're just going to get them in the ground. I'm going to put them along the end of this bed here, and then I will put up a trellis in not too long of a time from now. I did get this bed planted. Along the edge here I have the peas, and then I have beets, 2 rows of those there. I went this way with the spinach so I could reach it better, and then over here I have the carrots on this end, and then the kohlrabi, and here I have the Swiss chard. And I did plant a few more carrots, some Persian carrots, 2 rows of them here, and a few more of the other half-long ones there. So far, so good. So I've decided to go ahead and get my onions, cabbage, and broccoli transplants in. It's supposed to rain, and I know it's supposed to get cold, like down to 28, but I think these will be fine. And I am going to cover the broccoli and cabbages and put some straw around them too. Since I kind of have like a little fence here around my garden, I think that it'll block some things also. So I've amended this dirt here, and I'm going to put the onions in first. So I have some large bunching onions, and I have some small bunching onions, and they're going to be planted a lot closer together than the bulb onions. So I'm going to put those in next, more in a row and a lot closer together. So if you don't know, onions have a very, very, very forgiving root system. And once you have your seedlings, they'll just kind of fall apart, and you can kind of tease them. Now these are bunching onions, so I am putting some of them together and in little bunches, I guess. And yeah, the roots will be disturbed, but they will be fine. All right, so next I have a couple of early Jersey cabbage. I'm about the only one that eats cabbage here, so I don't need too many. So I'm gonna put these in on this corner here, and then I've got carrots under there, cabbage, and then all the onions are over here. So that will finish up this corner bed, which is right beside where we did peas and all that earlier. So I just wanted to show you the root system on these cabbage. It's hard to do with one hand. Hang on here. Okay, so they're starting to wrap around, so it definitely is time to get them planted. I'm gonna put the broccoli in this area. I had amended it with some chicken poo, and I think it's not quite broken down enough from last fall. Maybe I put too much on. So instead of taking the chance that they may get burned, I went ahead and piled some of it up here in piles, and I'm going to put the plants in between those and add a little bit of soil, compost soil, basically to those areas where I'm going to plant. Then I could take the poo that I have in these piles and distribute it as needed later on. So a little update here. My tomatoes are taller than I'd like them to be at this point. I thought I had seeded them at the same time as last year, but evidently I was a little bit earlier this year. So it's about a good 5 weeks before I can put these outside yet. I'll show you the peppers here. So here are peppers, a little bit of celery there, but mostly peppers. You can see I got a little bit of rosemary, some black hollyhock, some spearmint, some acyllum, and some dwarf tomatoes for my daughter back there. And those are not quite as big as the tomatoes, but bigger than I thought they'd be at this point. A few more tomatoes here. These are the cherry and small tomatoes. My spoon tomatoes, I don't know, they're being kind of finicky. They'll probably be fine once I get them in a pot, but they're being a little dramatic. I am going to put a little more soil in all these pots here, probably today yet. One last thing under the grow light here is this is sweet basil. I've got a little bit of peppermint going there, some purple bok choy, a vine, another vine that is not doing so well. Oh, maybe I got one coming up. We'll see. My calendulas, I have just 3, and I put 2 in each pot. I did reseed a few yesterday just because I do want more than that. I got a couple lemon balm, that's all I need. A couple borage, that's all I need. And then these little things are cute. They're very tiny blue flowers. Here's some chives I got started and some yellow butterfly milkweed. Those I'm pretty happy with. Probably gonna try to put some more seeds in that black-eyed Susan vine. One here. This is the second year that I've tried this and have had literally no results. So I'm just gonna heavy sow here and see if I can get something to come up in here, because it should be, or else I got some bad seeds. So that's where we're at. That's where we're going. I hope you have a great week. And from the Black Hills of South Dakota, I wish you a very good planting season. Get out there and get in your garden and see if you have a crop or a flop.